I'm Emily Mashak, and you're listening to Tuned In to NoCo, Town Square Media show that lets you know what matters in NoCo. I'm talking today with Jim O'Neill, the chairman of the Gingerbread Home for the Holidays event with the Fort Collins Eyeopeners Kiwanis Club. So thank you for coming on the show again, Jim. It's good to have you back.
Well, thank you, Emily. It's great to be here, and thanks to Town Square Media for being one of our sponsors again this year. We really appreciate that.
Of course, we are so excited to be a part of this. But before we get into the event, could you explain what the Fort Collins Eyeopeners Kiwanis Club is for those who are unfamiliar?
So the Fort Collins Eyeopeners Kiwanis is a service club made up of dedicated individuals, and basically we try to do service projects to aid the community, and we also try to have those focused on helping youth. Some of the things that we do is an annual fishing derby, although this year we had to cancel it because of COVID, but we have about 200 youth and coming out to learn how to fish. That's really great. One of the things we were also able to do this year was Colorado Feeding Kids, where we package over 30,000 meals with about 200 volunteers. And we did all of this socially distant this year with everybody wearing masks and spread out at the food bank. But basically, all of these meals go to the Larimer County and the Weld County Food Bank. We also do a swimsuit lesson presentation working with Voices Carry. And basically, this is a book on proper touching to allow children to know when try to protect them from improper touching and what to do if something happens. And this is hopefully saving children's life. And one of our new partners is the Nappy Project, and we're working with them to package diapers for the food bank. They're given out with the food bank when people go to the food bank, because you don't think about it, but if you've got a little child, you're also needing diapers. Nappy is the English word for diapers. And a couple other things that we do is we sponsor the key clubs at Fort Collins High School, Fossil Ridge, Liberty Commons, Rocky Mountain, and Colorado Early College, and also the Colorado State CKI, which is a college Kiwanis, and then the Action Club, which is at Foothills Gateway. And then what we like to do is do what we call sweat equity. Like we give organizations money, but we also like to paint a wall or build a shelf or something that we can help out with. And we partner with the Center for Family Outreach, Boys and Girls Club, Turning Point, Boy Scouts, Catholic Charities, Habitat for Humanity, Colorado Mission of Mercy, and the Heritage Camp for Adoptive Families. And that's just a small list of the things that we do. So really, we're a very active service club. And right now, we are meeting on Zoom because of the COVID. But one of these days, we'll be back meeting in person. And I'm going to mention this probably a couple of times, but our website is fcek.org if you want more information or when the meetings are, or how to get on the Zoom meetings.
So great to hear all the amazing things that you're doing in the community. How did you find your way to the club, and what has your experience been like for you?
Well, when I came to the city, I was looking to get involved in something, and one of the people that I knew, a guy named Jack Gianola, he asked me to join a wonderful service club, and basically I haven't ever looked back, and just really enjoyed working on the projects and also helping to raise some money for the various projects we have, which is what the Gingerbread Home for the Holidays project is.
Very cool. And speaking of the Gingerbread Home for the Holidays event, it's virtual this year. How is this all going to work?
So how it's going to work is that we have sponsors, and let's say including Town Square Media, and they give us a donation, and then we provide a gingerbread house. This year, instead of doing an in-person event, we delivered the houses to various businesses and gave them the directions to mix the frosting and some candy. And basically, they are going to decorate them on their own at their own place of work, socially distanced. And then they're going to be delivered to the mall on December the 5th, and they'll be displayed in an area across from the inside entrance of Macy's, which I think is going to be the same area that the Girl Scouts wrap presents. I think people are familiar with that. And then we're going to have voting on the best house. And so it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good event. The businesses are able this year to add maybe things that might portray their businesses, like a car dealership might have cars on it, or you guys might have radio towers. I don't know what you're going to have. But looking forward to seeing all the various creations.
Definitely. I know we are so excited to be a part of it. I can't wait to work on building our house this week. Now, like you said, companies are able to sponsor the event. Is it still possible for maybe listeners who want to get involved to do this?
Yes, it is. We have about we have a few houses that we don't have sponsors for. So if someone would like to sponsor a house, the information will also be on the Kiwanis website, at ftcollins.youtube. And as I said, we're going to do voting, the folks that are going in the mall, and then other people. We're going to have a link to the voting on that same website. We're going to try to choose the best overall. And I mentioned a lot of high school key clubs. We've been having a contest between the key clubs. Last year, Fort Collins High School won the trophy, the traveling trophy. And so we're going to do that again this year. So the best high school gingerbread house will be receive that traveling trophy. And the houses are going to be on display at the mall until the 21st of December. And then sponsors can pick up their house and enjoy it for the rest of the Christmas holidays.
People can just vote that whole period online until the 21st?
Right. Yes, they can. And I'm expecting a couple of our sponsors maybe to go out and try to solicit votes. But
how does this event benefit the Kiwanis Club and the various other projects that you do in the community?
So it benefits us in that we're going to raise approximately $10,000 this year, which is close to what we did last year pre-COVID. So we're feeling pretty good about that. And basically all those organizations that I said that we sponsor that helps provide funds for those. Like our newest one, the Nappy Project, we provided some dollies and some ladders for them. Wasn't exactly a ladder, but because they have shelves that were real high that they were having trouble getting to. So those funds go to purchase things like that, and also direct donations to other things, other organizations.
Now, clearly, the Kiwanis Club has a big impact on the Fort Collins area, but during your time with the club, how have you really seen it impact the community? Do you have any personal stories or memories that come to mind?
Well, I think that one of the things that we do is sponsoring the high school key clubs. And basically, I have seen people that were afraid to get up in front of an organization after they've gone through some leadership training and their work with the key clubs, just blossom into amazing young individuals. And really, when people think that the world maybe isn't going to be a better place, if you look at these young high school students and what their ideas for the future, it's we're really in good hands with our upcoming youth.
That's great. That's so sweet to hear. What else would you like listeners to know about this year's Gingerbread Home for the Holidays event?
Well, basically, just come out and look at the houses. If you would like a house, just let us know that too. There's still time to get a house, and it's our third annual. And I think it's going to be a fun event this year. It's not going to be an in-person event, but basically you're going to be able to see everybody's wonderful creations and vote on those. And again, the website is ftcollins.youtube, and we'll have a link to wherever the voting is going to be.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jim, for taking the time to talk to me. I can't wait to get our house in the competition, and we're so excited to be a part of this.
Well, thank you, Emily, and thank you to Town Square Media. We really appreciate your support.
Again, that was Jim O'Neill, the chairman of the Gingerbread Home for the Holidays event with the Fort Collins Eyeopeners Kiwanis Club. You can learn more about the Gingerbread Home for the Holidays event by visiting Fort Collins Eyeopeners Kiwanis, KIWANIS.org.